remind people about how critical trade is between Canada and the United States and New England, because
Absolutely.
entrepreneurs who are listening, they don't, and entrepreneurs who I work with in my consulting practice, I always talk to them about doing trade and doing business in Canada, and they don't even think about it.
Yeah, well, by far, the United States and Canada have the largest trade relationship on the planet, by far.
Bigger than
China,
all of Europe and Australia and Japan combined.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know, there are great anecdotes about the trade between Canada and the Home Depot headquarters in Atlanta is more than U.S.'s trade with Japan. The Peace Bridge, the Ambassador Bridge in Detroit, linking Detroit and Windsor,
With the cars.
has more than Europe.
Right.
It's amazing the breadth.
What is it? They say a car that's being built
crosses
in Detroit
the border
crosses the border
6
six or 7 times just in one manufacturing
Absolutely.
process.
Yeah, so it's incredible, and that's that leads to some of the issues they're working on with the Regulatory Cooperation Council and the Beyond the Border
Geez,
Initiative.
and I can't even get over customs within a 20-minute period
Yeah.
if I go through Highgate Springs.
Exactly. So it's the day-to-day crossings are they're well over several million crossings a day. The trade relationship is almost $2 billion per day. And it crosses sectors. A lot of it is intra-company trade. So again, in the auto industry, but a lot of it is energy. Here in New England, the New England states get electricity,
Right.
gasoline from the refineries in St.
Natural
John,
gas.
natural gas. Again, it's the idea that for particularly in regards to gas, people think of the Middle East. People
Well, they think of Venezuela.
Yeah, and in fact, the United States gets more than from Canada than Venezuela and Saudi Arabia combined.
But it's not just large products and large businesses and
No.
large commodities.
Not at all.
Because Canada, like the United States, has a large population of small business owners and entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
And those entrepreneurs want access to the U.S. market, and the U.S. market wants access to the Canadian market. And that goes on too. And it doesn't get talked about so much because it's not as sensationalist, is it?
Yeah, and it's very high tech. I'm not a person that works in that sector, so I don't know a lot of the terminology. But it's high tech. It's people that are sending down chips. It's pieces of equipment, even putting down to, let's say, when they repaved Route 89 with stimulus funding. A lot of those companies get the raw goods to whatever you use to make pavement. They get a lot of those raw goods from Canada. The wastewater treatment sector in Texas, billion-dollar industry, they get a lot of the pumps and pipes from Canada. Again, it's the things that you don't necessarily see. When I speak to high school students about the Canada-U.S. relationship, it's explaining that it's not a lot of things that are very sexy, and that it's the electricity, it's the house that your wood is, the wood that your house is built from. I always bring up that Gillette Stadium was built from metal or aluminum that came down from Quebec.
Well, I'm going to take it to another avenue, and maybe you'll like